Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Notre Dame coming off a 10-win season, but there was a sour taste in their mouth after they were left out of the college football playoff. Marcus Freeman has so many great recruits loaded with talent. He knows this team is going to have a huge chip on their shoulder as they try to get back into the college football playoff this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. So Miami's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. So Notre Dame's offense will start this game off with the football. And we get a look at C.J. Carr. And what a duel this should be. Two of the best quarterbacks in the country.
And I know Reese already talked about the quarterbacks. These are two really good football teams. Like, I'm excited to watch them throughout the season and where they could go and where they could get to, because there's a lot of potential, a lot of talent. Obviously, the trigger men, they're the reason it goes. And they're the spotlight tonight, Palmer, for quarterbacks like you that love QB play.
No doubt about it, man. And this is what college football is all about. These are the games, especially as a quarterback, that you look forward to the most. Going up against great competition, another good quarterback on the other sideline, and coming out on top. You can't overthink it. You can't try to do too much. You have to operate within your offense and put trust in your teammates to get it done.
Right back to the well. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. There's a little room there. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early, right here in week 1, and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback will keep it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. Throwing, Carr. Pocket breaking down. Finds his man down the middle. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down.
And it's decision time on this first drive, and I choose aggressiveness, right? Set the tone in this football game. You got a 4th and short situation, trying to get points on this drive, establish yourself, be aggressive here on this 4th down.
They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Finds his man, it's Gilbert. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Williams.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive. 3rd down coming up. Makes the grab down the middle. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Notre Dame once back up near its own goal line, now on the move. They'll run it. It's Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Notre Dame once back up near its own goal line, now on the move. Wide receiver going in motion. On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he's in! Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that was a methodical 17-play drive for the touchdown. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
He's got his man, makes the grab. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Back has it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Under fire. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll go to the ground. There's a crease. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. Run in the red zone, it's Fletcher. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got out of trouble and throws. Got him. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going. Got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
Trying play action. He wants it all. Touchdown, Hurricanes. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Young. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again.
Ready, go!
Running inside, it's Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Here's Carr to throw. Snagged out of the air. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. On the draw, it's Williams. Got enough for the first. Still running at the 40. He's got 67 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, two top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Miami! And they turn it into a defensive score.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands, guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Young. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Gets the back moving. The give is to Williams. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
Snagged in the middle. It's Flanagan. And the defense drags him down.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Fires to the big fella. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Play action, C.J. Carr. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Canes. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch.
Breaks into the open on the left. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Oh, they're after him! And down he goes! The defense bringing the heat.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up fourth down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Rides to the back. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Kick is in the air. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Carr. Rushes on him. He's going to take off. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. To the air, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception, with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Checking in from the Miami sideline. The offense is getting ready to take the field right now, but they have been patting the defense on the back, patting guys on the helmet saying, get that ball back for us. We are going to make them pay. This defense has kept their offense right in it. There's a ton of chemistry in it.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. And the Canes moving quickly to the line.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. The Irish use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, the attempt is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the right. With the catch, it's Gilbert. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass, it's Carr. He's going to throw deep right side. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with TCU taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. And it's the Horned Frogs who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Now back to your game in South Bend. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. Let's see what he can do with the return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Holly, what's the story as we start this 2nd half?
Miami's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they understand all of the hype and excitement surrounding their wide receiver, and they are trying to get him the ball, but it just hasn't gone that way so far in this game. I know they want to target him here early, try to regain some of that confidence and momentum. We'll see if he can get into a rhythm with his quarterback here to start the 3rd. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's how the career starts, his first carry. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-firing. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this 2nd half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
They punted away on 4th down. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Throwing, Carr. Bringing the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. The run inside. It's Williams.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Mobley. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Trying to impose their will with the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Here's Carr to throw. Trying to find the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It's those kinds of mistakes that just drive you crazy. It can ruin a drive. The false start backs him up on 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Carr. Under fire, and down he goes.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
So now on comes the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. There he goes! Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Might have a chance. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
In the backfield, he'll lose 6 on the play.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Here's Mensah to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
Well, you weren't able to get anything running the football there in the first play. You get a TFL. So now you go to the screen and give it back to your running back and let him make something happen in the passing game. There's a lot of different ways you can sprinkle these backs the football, and that was a good idea there on second down by the offensive coordinator.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Makes the catch. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Direct snap. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
After that incompletion on third and long, because of where they are in the field right now and this juncture of the game, I'm expecting them to go ahead, kick a field goal here, and make this a 2-possession game.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big move.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Notre Dame sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Carr. Wide open downfield. Makes a grab and room to run. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. They'll have a first down here. Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. Looking to throw, it's Carr. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Once he got some room, it was over.
And just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
And he splits the uprights, and we're tied in the 4th. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. The Canes want to move quickly. Might be changing the route. Throwing, Mensah. Caught over the middle, it's Vaughn. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Not a lot of daylight, he gets 1 to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll leave it with him. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
I think the biggest thing you're probably disappointed in on offense is your lack of success running the football. And they've tried to give this guy the ball a few times in this game. Here we are in the 4th quarter. Still not a lot to show for it. Game really close in this juncture, and you just wonder how many more times are they going to give him a try handing the ball off.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their sophomore defensive tackle. They're very high on his future. Howie Rowe will get us up to date on how he's doing. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man to the left. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
On the run, it's Compton.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
They feed him again. Got a little grass. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
And the Hurricanes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Going to the run, it's Fletcher. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. This crowd knows when to bring it. Handoff for Brown. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The Hurricanes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The Hurricanes back on top.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
I love that last play, and I love that they're still under control here. I know it's a 2-minute situation. Everybody's trying to go fast, but they can't get out of control. Right now, they're playing within themselves. They're understanding what's on the clock, and they're just running their offense.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He's got an open man. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball.
No gain on the play. Second down.
So now it's second and long. Looking to throw, it's Carr. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Mensah. Released to the back, and it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a second and long.
I think this team knew coming in today they needed to be able to run the football, and they were going to have to get some of that production from the quarterback, and he just broke off his longest run of the game so far. That was critical for his confidence, for this offense's confidence, and right now if you're on defense, you've got to find an answer for this guy.
The Irish use their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. This guy can throw it. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to